Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. So I ended up with a little bit more time than I actually expected when it came to recording. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and record another week's part of this. So let's go ahead and do Cold Case. And as of recording this, there seems to be a secret Phoenix box event going because it's open, but the devs never mentioned anything about doing the Phoenix box thing right now. Because typically they post when they're doing those. And as far as I can tell, there's no post about it. But as of recording this, you can go into the store and you can buy Phoenix prize packs. So, yeah. Not sure what's going on there. When I bought some on my main because of that. But let's go ahead and do Cold Case, like I said. So, you must return to Defera immediately. The Breen are searching for preserver technology, and they have once again targeted the ruins near our city. I fear that more of my people will die, and with each death, the balance shifts. These attacks need to stop. We are depending on you. Stop the Breen and keep the secrets of the preservers safe from their treachery. So let's go ahead and turn the ship around and head for Defera. And I'm now trying to recall if this is the mission I think it is, where I have to solve the puzzle to get into the temple. Yes, but it's not to get in. I think it's to get the first puzzle piece. Now that I actually look at it. I don't know why I didn't just transwarp over there. But let's just use the quantum slipstream, get there a little faster. Obviously I'll be turning it off once we get closer. Whoa, stop. Okay, begin Cold Case. Which I thought was going to drop us off on the planet immediately, but nope. Captain, long-range scans confirm the Deferi ambassador's suspicions. It appears that there is a portion of the star chart hidden in the ruins on the planet's surface. How we already know this is beyond me. Something is interfering with the scans, though, so we can't pinpoint the location from here. An away team might be able to do surface scans in order to locate the star chart and retrieve it, but we'll need to close the transporter range in order to beam down. I don't think there are actually any Breen that attack us during this phase. Because for some reason they didn't feel like it, I guess. So we just sort of beeline straight in for transporter range. Beam down to the ruins. Bring the regular crew down. Even though, yes, that does involve us bringing down, like, our... You got the captain, like, the first 4 officers. Captain, look down there. That ruined area, that ruined area is consistent with our records of potential preserver sites. If there is a fragment of the star chart on this planet, there's a very good chance that it's where it would be. Didn't we already say there was one? And also, we've been down to that ruin before, and we just kind of ignored it previously. Why now it's suddenly a big deal is beyond me. Sir, I've just received updated data from the ship's computer. Apparently this site closely resembles a preserver site in the Began system. The indigenous people there were able to access the site by performing a ritual. Records indicate that 3 people arranged themselves atop plinths, forming arrows to point east, then south, then southeast. That's all the data I have, sir. But we may find it applicable to this site as well. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Center. You there, and you there. And you activate panel 4. It worked, Captain. There are power fluctuations in the base of the structure. Only 2 more configurations until we are granted access. Okay. Now you move over there. Let me activate panel 7. Something is definitely working, sir. I'm picking up significant energy shifts in the structure beneath us. One more configuration should unlock the structure. Okay. Oh, come on, a little bit further. And then panel 3. We've done it, Captain. Sensors show that the structure is reconfiguring itself internally. It appears to be generating a holographic display matrix. We can record the data to your tricorder for later processing, sir, but I think we found the first portion of the Preserver's star chart. Captain, ship sensors are reporting multiple anomalous contacts. It may be Breen ships at long range, sir. The transporter room is standing by to beam you up as soon as you're ready. Let's beam us up. There's a Breen attack force converging on our position, Captain. They must have realized that we would come here for part of the star chart, sir. I'll bet they're waiting for us to do the work so they could swoop in and steal our data. There's no room to make a run for it. We're gonna have to fight our way out. Go into red alert. It's the damn tractor beams that I hate about the Breen. Especially since they typically do that. You'll end up with them on different sides of you. Which does seem to actually negatively affect your ability to maneuver, more than just a regular tractor beam does. That's the last of them, sir. Though with all this debris, I don't trust the sensors. I'll be happier once we're out of this area and back into open space. The computer has completed its analysis of the star chart, and there's an encoded marker indicating that the Shinga system is a significant location. Perhaps we should investigate there next. I'll lay in a course on your command, sir. Let's leave the system. And this takes us back to the galaxy map, or, well, the sector map, and then we're going to have to fly back over to that system. Because they can't just warp us there. No, 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 no. You've got to go there yourself. Well, I don't think I'll be able to record the final mission for this one this week, but yes, but I should be able to do it before Age of Discovery releases on October 9th. Because they're redoing a lot of these missions, a number of these story arcs here are actually being moved to, I guess, the available missions tab. So I think Borg Advance is one of them. I think New Romulus is staying, but I know Breen Invasion, Cardassian Struggle, and I believe Borg Advance are all being moved. And I think some of the missions in the Klingon War are also being moved out to the available missions tab. They're sort of streamlining it a little bit. Admittedly, though, it should be noted, Cardassian Struggle is kind of important because it introduces the Enterprise, F. So, yeah, I mean, you can remove it, sure, but now you're just going to have a brand new Enterprise that just sort of comes out of nowhere at some point in the future. So, they probably shouldn't outright remove Cardassian Struggle, but that's basically what they're doing. It's still there, but most people probably aren't going to end up playing it if it's not in over here. If it's unavailable, most people probably skip it. But let's continue our mission. So I don't know if they've changed their mind regarding Cardassian Struggle. I mean, sure, some of those missions you can definitely remove because they're not really enjoyable. At least for most people. Certainly not for me, and apparently it seems for a number of others, but nonetheless, that arc is kind of important. It also sort of sets you up for Victory's life. Without Cardassian Struggle, Victory's life is a little bit weird. But again, oh well, that's just the way it is. Captain, I am detecting a gaseous anomaly on the far side of the planet. The line of navigational beacons should lead us right to it. That seems like a good place to start our search, sir. Okay. Don't know what the string of navigational beacons are all about. Just seems a little weird. Why would you have a bunch of navigational beacons around the planet? I mean, we don't typically see that. So, again, I am curious as to why. Also, they don't seem to go all the way around the planet. They just sort of go around this side. If I flew to the other side of the planet, it would just suddenly stop, I imagine. Okay. Sample unknown gas. We've transported a sample of the gas to a containment chamber, sir, but there is no record of anything with its molecular structure on record. It might be a synthetic compound or the byproduct of some sort of as yet unknown stellar phenomenon. Our science staff is now working on a complete analysis. Wow, that was fast. I've got something, Captain. The preservers were known to encode data in the world around them, so I superimposed the molecular structure of the gas sample onto the orbital pattern of the system. It's a map, sir, and it's pointing to something beneath the surface of that small moon. Recommend we approach and perform a level 1 submolecular scan to determine if there is anything of note there. Okay. If I recall correctly, we actually got to go to that asteroid in the end. This, I think, just basically tells us to go to the asteroid. It has been a little while since I played this mission, though, so I could be remembering wrong. Also, you can't fly into the atmosphere if I really wanted to. I don't believe it does anything. It's just sort of fogs out your screen. Yeah, it's a little weird. Scan unidentified moon. Oh, there it is. This is incredible. The interior of the moon is hollow, and it contains a vast geological orrery that charts the heliocentric motions of everything in the solar system. The orrery suggests that there should be 2 large asteroids in the area, but I'm not reading one. Perhaps they collided in the millennia. But I'm only reading one. Perhaps they collided in the millennia since the structure was created. I am, however, reading an energy source on the remaining asteroid, but it's buried deep in the rubble on the surface. If there was a collision, it's logical to assume that the rubble is all that remains of the second asteroid. We will need to remove the rubble to get a better reading of the energy source, sir. So, when they designed that thing, they didn't think about the potential of the asteroids colliding, apparently. And so they didn't have it take that into account millennia or however long later. Seems like a bit of an oversight, if I do say so myself. And eventually I'll be able to destroy these. There we go. Oh, come on. Astonishing. Who knows how long this trail of breadcrumbs has been here just waiting to be discovered. We should scan the star chart and add it to our existing fragment. Perhaps it will point the way to the next fragment. Scan the star chart. The computer has synthesized a new star chart from the 2 fragmentary scans, Captain. Preliminary analysis indicates that whoever created these charts placed great significance on an L-class planet in the Nemesis system. Course plotted and standing by to engage on your command, sir. Ooh, okay, wow. Having the star chart reflecting off the bottom of the hull and saucer is a little weird. I've never actually had to do that before. Which is a little interesting, but maybe it's just because I was never in that exact spot. Okay, let's go ahead and quantum slipstream drive over there. Just to get there a little bit faster. This flying through the galaxy map is not the most interesting. I mean, I still like it, but it's definitely just downtime. Did you say it was an L class? I don't recall. Okay, you did. For some reason I thought you said it was something else, and now it's suddenly an L class, and I'm like, okay, something must have changed. Or maybe it wasn't an L class originally, but when we got around to surveying it, it was, and so we just refer to it as an L class planet. Who knows? Either way, it's taking a while to load for whatever reason. There we go. Captain, I'm detecting a Breen squadron dead ahead, but they're moving away from us at full impulse. They must already have what they came for, or else they wouldn't be engaging us directly. The Breen aren't afraid of a fight. We can't let them get away with a piece of the star chart. They could beat us to the archive. We'll have to chase them down. Why do you assume that they... Okay, game. I mean, I'll be honest. Their thought process that they might beat us to it is a little silly, because that would require that they have more data than we have. Which, I mean, sure, they might, but I kind of doubt it. Okay, now we stop so I can analyze the wreckage. I would actually have to press the right button to analyze, or to stop. Sir, we've intercepted transmission from one of the Breen ships. The message was unsecured. They must not have had time to encrypt it during the firefight. The message contains a fragment of the star chart. They must have retreated from the planet below before we arrived. For all we know, Breen ships could already be en route to the archive. I will begin analysis to determine our next location immediately. Synthesize updated star chart. Star chart analysis complete, Captain, and we're headed to Rava 2. I just hope the Breen don't get there before we do. We need all the pieces of the chart to find what the preservers are hiding. Course slate insert, and I can engage on your command. I'm pretty sure we've already been to the system. Wasn't this the one we went to last time? It's been like 2 hours since I recorded, as of when you guys will be seeing this last week's part. So I don't exactly recall. I'm pretty sure this is where we went, though. Okay, and stop. Now we gotta turn around a little bit because we went a little too far. I should have turned that off a little bit sooner. Yeah, this is where we went last time. Scanners are picking up evidence of a running skirmish on the surface of the planet, sir. It appears that the Breen are attacking an archaeological dig site. We better get down there as soon as possible if we don't want the Breen to escape with another piece of the chart, sir. Which means I gotta fly closer because we're outside transporter range. Also, ignore the fact that the planet looks like it has a shield around it. It looks like it has a shield around it, I'm sorry. How are we getting through that? It might just be like a atmospheric disturbance or whatever. Still, it's a little weird. It looks like it has a shield around it. Captain, take a look at these scans. The frozen rock face near the center of the crater shows signs of a hollow interior, and these readings are consistent with preserver power sources. There are multiple Breen life signs in the area, sir, and they're moving in a search pattern. They haven't found it yet, but it won't be long, but it wouldn't be safe to approach the site until we have subdued the guards. Deal with the soldiers first, because they're the ones that typically throw grenades. And the grenades are very annoying. Go deal with you. And just for the hell of it, I'll spawn a combat horta. Go, Combat Horta. You are super slow. Wow, yeah, that thing is so slow. Much slower than I expected. I don't know why I expected it to be any good, though. It's a Horta. Those things are not necessarily known for being quick. Okay, destroy the cave wall, but I think I need to wait for them to tell us to destroy it before I can, even though the mission objective has already been updated to destroy it. The breeding threat has been contained, sir. We should take this opportunity to find a way into the cave. Oh, it's over there. I thought it was further to the left. Activate console. We don't need to play a game this time. We're just going to let them scan it. We're not going to shoot first, ask questions later. I'd like to personally thank you for finding the final star chart fragment. If I'd known you were going to ultimately prove useful, perhaps I'd have considered sparing your life. Of course, I'd have only spared it up to this point anyway, so things would have ended the same either way. Still, considering all you've done to aid the Breen on their final goal, I might consider letting you and your officers live. Why not just beam back to your ship and run back to your Federation like a good Starfleet lapdog? If you wish to fall today, however, I am happy to help you. Why don't you think it over and give your answer to Thought Par? He's been dying to meet you ever since the defeat of Thought Gran. Summon dinos. Okay, what the hell are you doing, dude? You ran out here yourself. You hurt my dinosaur. That our character shouldn't know where the hell it came from because he hasn't actually met the Voth yet, but that's besides the point. Let's get Finn up. Anyone gonna say anything before I scan it? This might be the final piece of the star chart. They said it was the final piece, so we're gonna go off the assumption that it is indeed the final piece. We should scan and then assemble it. Assemble the star chart. Okay, scanning and transmissions are complete, sir. I believe we can find the Preserver archive with the information we have, sir, and with luck, we'll get there before the Breen do. Standing by to beam up the away team on your command. Report to Ambassador Sarah. Excellent work, Admiral. Our stellar cartography teams are looking at the star charts you recovered as we speak. It might take some time to completely compensate for stellar shift, but if we can pinpoint a location, I am confident that my government will authorize an expedition to find this Preserver archive. All things in balance, and all things in time. Sure, we'll go with the impulse engine. Okay, so that is going to be it for this part. I will see you all in the next one, where we will be finishing off the Breen Invasion story arc. Actually, it's only about 30 minutes for this part. You know what? Screw it. We're going to go and finish this off. I'm pretty sure cold storage is actually fairly short in the grand scheme of things. So, our scientists have consulted with your commanders and they concur with your crew's theory. If there is an intact Preserver library, it is likely to be located in the Lenas system. I suggest that you begin your search on Lenas 3. It has a climate very similar to Defera. If the Preserver settled here eons ago, it is possible that they would have chosen a similar world for this facility. Please, be safe, but be quick. Long-range sensors have detected Breen vessels in the space near the Lenas system. I fear that they have made the same conclusions we have. You must find the Preserver technology before they do. Luckily, Lenas is not far away. And again, quantum slipstream drive is to get there a little bit faster. You know, if it's supposed to be a race against time, because the Breen are on their way. And we need to go quickly. Begin cold storage. Captain, sensors show a skirmish between a small Breen invasion force and small pockets of Alpha Jem'Hadar. Records show that the Dominion had a base in the system during the Dominion War. It is conceivable that the Alpha Jem'Hadar took it over after the Dominion retreated. Neither side will be very happy to see us here, sir. I recommend we engage now while we still have the element of surprise. Also want to say there's True Way here, not just Alpha Jem'Hadar. You know, what with there being galores here. To a degree, you can also sort of just let these guys fight amongst themselves and deal with whoever's left. I'd rather fight the Jem'Hadar over the Breen, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, I'll gladly let the Breen get killed by the Jem'Hadar, well, the Alpha Jem'Hadar rather, and then swoop in and kill the Alpha Jem'Hadar, although it looks like that's not going to be the case over on this side. And also, we do now have a quantum torpedo equipped. I think it actually comes with the Intel assault cruiser, the wide-angle quantum torpedo. There are Breen life signs around, or already on the surface, Captain. We will need to hurry, or they'll ransack the archive. Oh god, no. Okay, this actually takes a little while. Sensors show multiple life forms, Captain, but something is interfering with the biological filtering. I can't tell exactly what is out there. I recommend that we proceed with caution, but we need to find the Breen before they can access the Preserver archive. We're getting some interesting readings from the object to the northeast. Recommend we head in that direction. Readings indicate that it could be fully or partially buried, so keep your eyes open. My first officer is attempting to order me around. I'm pretty sure it's all the way up here, right? Yeah. And around this rock. There's some Breen. Do they have a soldier, or is it just... They got a tactician. I'll deal with the tactician, because he has a shield for one thing. Scan buried object. Captain, this device seems to be connected to the subterranean power source. I can't pinpoint the location of the source, but if we can locate an area where the energy disturbance is strongest, then we should be able to triangulate the location of the underground power network. We say as we run away from the Breen. Sir, I'm reading multiple transporter signatures. I believe we've alerted the Breen to our location. Yes. That's kind of the reason why we were running away, because we were in the middle of dialogue. Oh, I got a soldier. Deal with the soldier first. Mostly just give crap equipment that'll be sold. Soldier. It's over this way. Who's that in the back? Oh. Oh, shit, they got a soldier. They got 2 soldiers. Okay, before we scan this, I will wait until we're out of combat, because they might say something. Nope. Fascinating. It appears that the energy readings are faint neutrino emissions. I can only surmise that the archive is powered by an antimatter reactor. And if the preservers were using antimatter reactions thousands of years ago, their technology may have been much more advanced than we realized. Captain, if we can locate the antimatter reactor's neutrino emitter, I can resonance mapping to chart the whole facility. Or I can use resonance mapping to chart the whole facility. I typically get attacked by something over here. Okay, or maybe not. Ah, you guys. But no, normally I get attacked by some other group. But they're not there this time for some reason, so whatever. That's fine with me. Crap loot, but it's loot nonetheless. What are you guys... Oh, somebody's over here, huh? Did you get him? No? Not yet. Where did you even come from? Okay, let's go ahead and scan the buried object. Excellent. We can map out the entire facility from here, sir. And from the looks of it, there have been multiple cave-ins and signs of recent excavation. The breed must already be inside. I've located a surface entry nearby. We should get it there immediately. And some more Breen up ahead. They don't have a soldier, but they have a guard, which I think does more or less the same thing. It's just a little bit tougher. Yep, they got the grenades. And the scientist seems confused as to what to do. Might have been in his best interest to surrender. This obelisk may be the key to accessing the archive. Using the information we've gathered thus far, we should examine it and see if we can provide information, or if it can provide information on how we might proceed. Okay, scan it. Breen transporter signals detected. Yeah, right on top of us. Fin will probably go down. Okay, game, he said there's 2. There we go. There's the other group. Okay, that guy teleported over there. He wasn't even transporting over there. He just outright teleported. The Breen seem to have some fairly advanced technology if they can just outright teleport across the screen. Sir, when that last group of Breen beamed in, I detected an energy pulse coming from a section of the obelisk. I believe that section to be an access point to the archives. Based on our research so far, I should be able to open that access point. Okay, let's enter. How clever you are, Kissick. I see you found the entrance to this ancient weapons store. Too bad your journey will end here at the hands of my most elite. I'm almost sad to see you go after all you've done for me. That is, after all we've been through together. Oh god, I think this is this. Yes, I believe this is the one where I have to do some funky stuff. I don't recall what it is off the top of my head, but I hated it. Gotta like play the right musical notes or something. Luckily, it doesn't result in an instant fail state if you fuck it up. Then again, this mission is actually somewhat lengthier than I remembered it being, so it's a good thing. Back away, guard. Oh shit, all our crew's down. Use something from one of my Delta guys. That'll help get them back up. Okay. Get them up. Come on, Finn. Take care of the tactician. Take care of the guard and the soldier. Okay. Now, we need to play the fun game of musical chairs. Well, not really musical chairs. Either way, yeah, I don't recall. And yeah, there's no walkthrough. So I'm just sort of gonna have to figure it out. I don't recall. I think it was high to low. We must need to use these 3 consoles to access the archives. Preserver technology is often sound-based, so we'll need to find the right pattern. Nope, that's mid. This is gonna fail anyway. I don't think I can restart that. I don't think I can interact with that and sort of cancel it. No. So that's high. I think it was high to low. Yeah, I know it didn't work. We need to try a different combination to gain entry to the archive. So, high. To mid. To low, I believe is what it is. Or it might be low to high. We'll figure it out. If high to low doesn't work, I'll try low to high. Okay, must be low to high then. No, shit. That's high. If this still doesn't work, then I guess it's low, high, mid, which I don't think is the case. There we go. You did it, Captain. We've gained access to the archives. How kind of you to open the lock for me. Every time I wonder if it was wise to let you leave, you do something like this and show me you're worth keeping around. And I really wish the game wouldn't have these guys beamed down until after the dialogue is closed. Just for the sole reason that it's kind of annoying having dialogue pop up when enemies pop up at the same time. You either do the dialogue and then the enemies, or you do the enemies and then the dialogue. In that case, you should have done the dialogue and then the enemies. Okay, now we can go and activate the archive, which is this way. We need to hurry and open the archive, sir, before the Breen send more troops. And I didn't mean to roll. I don't know why it rolled. I'm pretty sure I didn't even double click. But whatever, game. You like to do that sometimes. It's very weird. So, access preserver archive. Talk to preserver archivist. You're saying, welcome my children, anything else? Is that all you're going to say? Yep. Welcome. Long have we waited for our children to seek us out. Who are you? I am the guardian of all who my people were and all that they remember. My task was to keep the archives safe until the day when our children would be united and would want to know who we were. Welcome, my children. I am so happy to finally meet you. Tell me about your race. Long ago, life developed on our world before all others. We explored the galaxy, but we were alone. But what is life when there is no one with which to share the joy or the sorrows? So, if the galaxy would not give us companions, we would create it. We created you. Our scientists seeded many worlds, and directed evolution. We wanted you to resemble us, but more importantly, we wanted you to understand us. Unfortunately, we knew that we would not live to see you become what you have become, and create the great wonders that we knew were possible. Most of my people were gone, and the fact that a fragment of them lives on in you is enough. But we knew that someday you would seek us out, and so a few of us remained, waiting for you and the world that would be. Tell me about your technology. We are the technology you seek. Our main focus of study was genetic code. We learned how to manipulate this code not only to create dozens of species to seed across hundreds of worlds, but also how to use it to alter our own genetics. You might call us living computers. Each preserver has a genetic memory of our entire race. All of our knowledge and history is stored within each of us. Are there more preservers here? Hundreds. While each preserver has a genetic memory of the entire race, it was deemed important to preserve individuals, so that if the time came when we could live with our children, there would be sufficient numbers to maintain our species. We built this place and slept, dreaming of the world that would come. We dreamed of the world you would create. What will happen to the preservers now? Some will return to their long sleep. A few may want to see the world their children have created. The galaxy is yours now, my children. We are so pleased with what you have created. Everything here now belongs to Thought Trail. We will freely share our knowledge with all of our children. Give me the secrets of your ancient weapons. I will use them to destroy my enemies. No, my child, I cannot help you. There are no weapons here. Do you know who I am? You will obey Thought Trail, or all Deferi will suffer my wraths. This is a place of knowledge, a place of learning. I guess he said a library something or other. A library? A library! No! Destroy it all! Leave nothing standing. Oh shit. I didn't expect him to spawn right on top of me. Come on, finish up the technician real quick. And we'll spawn a Horta, because that guy's just gonna be a pain in the ass. No, 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 no. Wow, he did a lot of damage to that Horta. And I want to say the Horta's doing nothing to him. Also, let's go and spawn some security escorts. Oh good, he disappeared for now. Let's try and get some of our crew up while he's gone. And I guess the security escorts are already going back. They said, oh, you've been in a fight for like 10 seconds, so we're going back home. We didn't beat him, I know that for certain. So he should be coming back eventually, unless he's bugged out. Which, I mean, with this game, that is a possibility. Go, Voth Dinosaur, go! Go! Go, see, yes, shoot lasers out of your mouth. There we go. And he doesn't drop anything for us, because that would be nice. Captain, the Fury ship has entered the system. They're requesting permission to beam down science teams to begin examining the archive. Word from Starfleet is that this will be a joint operation led by the De Fury. Thank you, Captain, for your help. Since I was a child, I've listened to stories about the Preservers. I never even dreamed that someday I would have the chance to meet one, but you have made this possible. My people will celebrate this day. The balance has been restored. You have our eternal gratitude. Captain, this is amazing. The Preservers are the earliest known sentient race to find an archive of their knowledge, and to find Preservers still alive, it's almost too much to take in. We will learn more about the earliest days of the universe than we ever thought possible. The Preservers will be able to tell us about the origins of our worlds, and even about the races like Iconians. Teams will be working in this archive for decades. There's so much I want to learn, but I know we have to return to the Odin. Ambassador Sarah and Starfleet Command will be waiting to learn what we found. We can leave on your orders, sir. You have made a most extraordinary discovery. The Preservers are alive. We can learn so much from them. They will have knowledge of the early days of the galaxy that has been lost to time. Perhaps they even remember the Iconians of the Takan Empire. But more important than even the knowledge we will gain is the safety of my people. The Breen threat has ended, and we have you to thank. For now and always, you will be a friend to the De Fury. May your life always be in perfect balance. Now I can get a shield that I'll never use, or a weapon that I'll never use. Yeah, I'll take the shield I'll never use, because at least it has a visual if I ever wanted to have my thing look terrible in this case. Like, I mean, that's almost Borg looking. Let's be honest here. I mean, yes, it's supposed to be Breen looking, but it gives me more Borg vibes, to be honest. But that'll be it for this part. I'll see you all in the next part. We'll be starting the Borg chain, which is actually pretty short. Yeah, it's 5 missions long, and the first one I think is just to go and talk to Admiral Quinn. So it's really only 4 missions long. This report on Borg activities doesn't really even count as an actual mission, all things considered. But yes, so I will see you all in the next part. Reminder, I do a Patreon, link to that down in the description if you wish to become one. If you do, it is appreciated. It helps the channel out because it's basically that or monetize the channel through YouTube, which means ads, and of course that means I'm somewhat beholden to what YouTube considers advertiser friendly, which I'd rather not have to deal with. I'd much prefer having the channel be getting the money necessary to continue to run it through Patreon. So much easier. But nonetheless, I'll see you all in the next part. But until then, a goodbye and a farewell.